Hi, hello, I'm Sam Harrison. I read, review and discuss fantasy and science fiction books, and today we're doing the Friday show. We're doing a recap of everything I've been up to this week. So what we're going to talk about today is the books that I have read, the books that I am currently reading, the books that I'm reading next, and then channel stuff. So we're going to get some channel stats. We're going to talk about the videos that I've made this week and the videos I'll be making next week. So strap on in and let's get talking. So this week I've done it. I've finished Return to Edan. This book took me almost a month to read, which is mad. Because I think one of the big things for this was because it didn't have an audio book, and I was also reading other stuff at the same time. So while I was reading Return to Edan, I also read two thingamajigs, deck collection books, and I think I read two novellas. So my focus was not 100% on Return to Edan, although I think I read at least a chapter every day. No, I didn't. I mustn't have read a chapter every day. So I did read every day this month, but I think that there were some days where I just listened to a chapter of an audiobook or something like that. My focus and attention has really shifted a little bit this month. So a bit of background information. I ordered the new iPhone, right? And it's now been almost a month since I ordered it, and it still hasn't arrived. So it's been like, when you spend a lot of money and then the thing doesn't turn up, it kind of causes you a bit of weird stress. You guys don't need or want to know about this, but I have been like really annoyed. And also I think my mind has been out of the bookish stuff, because in like lieu of receiving the iPhone, I have spent like I don't know, hours and hours and hours watching videos about it to like, I don't know, reinforce my buying decision. It's hard to say. So yeah, so that has been why I think my mind has just been less on bookish stuff for the last month. And it's dumb. It's a stupid thing. But that's where we are. So yes, Return to Edan, let's get back to it. So it took me a month to read, but one of the reasons that it took me a while to read was because I would finish a chapter and oftentimes I would be like, I just want to think about that for a while. So I would finish reading a chapter, I would then like sit and think about it for a while sometimes. Might go for like a walk around the house, make a coffee, and other stuff like that. And it just seemed, it was a really, really, really good book. And I have to say, it's really interesting because I might not have said this if I had read this around the same time as some of the best stuff in Wheel of Time, which has been my favourite books I've read this year. So I think my favourite books I've read this year, probably A Promise of Blood, Demon in White, and either Lord of Chaos or The Shadow Rising from Wheel of Time. So those are like my top 4 books so far. Return to Edan, I think, is definitely better than Promise of Blood. I think I enjoyed it more than Demon in White. And I don't know whether this is probably recency bias, but I think I may have enjoyed it more than the 2 Wheel of Time books. There is a lot of factors involved in that. So I think number one is that it was really experimental and interesting. And I think one of the things about Return to Edan that I really liked was that it was not the book I was expecting. Philip Chase has done something really smart with the structure of the series overall that I really enjoyed. And obviously the quality of writing is absolutely top tier. I really liked and have grown to love over the first 2 books the supporting cast of these books, and they play a much bigger role in book 3 than they did in 1 and 2. And I think that the book kind of has a lot to say, but that doesn't get in the way of the plot. So the plot moves on really strongly and keeps going and is really, really well paced and well written. And then the story itself also, like I was saying, I feel like it has a lot to say, particularly about messianic figures and organized religion, which has been kind of a thing that that Philip has been discussing across the 3 books. You'll need to sit tight for my full review to hear my full thoughts on it. I am going to do that probably, I think it's due, if I'm going in the order of the books that I've read, Monday after next. So next Monday is going to be a different review. I've lost a lot of my headroom on book reviews. However, I think I'll be gaining it back soon. So not to worry. Yeah, so Return to Adan was a really fantastic ending. I loved reading it. It's an early front runner for my book of the year. Early front runner? It is a front runner for my book of the year, I think, at the moment. I mean, obviously, I have more Wheel of Time to read. I don't think I'm going to get to the Sanderson stuff this year, because I'm currently 2 books behind, although I am trying to catch up. I'm not going to read, I don't think I'm going to get to the next Sun Eater this year. I'm probably going to read I will be reading some books off of the fan submitted list, the subscriber submitted list, not fans, subscribers, off of that list at some point in the very near future. But yeah, Return to Adan, this is possibly recency bias, but it is one of the best experiences I've had reading a book this year. So yeah, I guess we'll circle around to that in December when we do Book of the Year content. I'll talk to you guys about Book of the Year plans in November, but look forward to it. So what is up next? So I've already started reading my next book, which is it's not sci-fi, it is actually just kind of a literary fiction with a sciencey angle, I guess, which is Orbital by Samantha Harvey. This was nominated for the Booker Prize. It is a novel set on the International Space Station about astronauts in space. I'm about 20% of the way through. It's not a long book. The audiobook's like 5 hours, but weirdly the novel itself is like 150 pages, which is really interesting because the Annihilation audiobook was like 6 hours and that was like 300 pages. So I've seen Orbital in person and it's a very small, very thin book. And the physical book, the Kindle book, with a predicted time to read it was 2 hours and a bit. So yeah, very interesting so far. Everybody thought I would hate it because it's very much vibes and ideas based. Currently, I am enjoying it. Again, I'm only 20% of the way through. The book is so short, I'd be shocked if I did end up DNFing it or something. I'm still enjoying it. Again, it is early days. So I started last week when I needed another audiobook. I started Death Tax. I ended up only reading like 2 chapters. This is Death Tax by Andrew Giveler. This one is the 4th book in the deck collection, came out in September. I decided to put reading this one on hold because after Orbital, I'm going to read Path of Daggers. And Path of Daggers does have an audiobook, but as soon as I finish Path of Daggers, I haven't bothered to buy the audiobook for Orbital because like 5 hours. I ain't paying for that. So yeah, we've got Path of Daggers. Barry wants to sit on my lap real bad, but this is a lovely black t-shirt that I don't want to get covered in drool and white cat hair. It's a Pokemon version of a Patagonia shirt, so it's got like the Patagonia font, then on the back it's got Pikachu climbing a mountain. It's very cool. I love it. It's brand new, and Barry, I don't want it to be covered in white hair. He's really upset. He's wagging his tail at me. Okay, come on then. Ruin my t-shirt. Oh, now you don't want to sit up here? Yes, he does. So, Death Tax, I am going to read between Path of Daggers and whatever book 10 is. I'll be honest with you, I can see all of the titles except for books 7, 8 and 9 on my shelf, because the titles are at the top of the books and those ones are just in shadow. We could ask Google, hey Google, what's book 9 in the Wheel of Time?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Helpful. So that is what I'm going to be reading next, Path of Daggers. Really looking forward to getting back to the Wheel of Time. It's been too long. I intended to read one in September, didn't get round to it. I wanted to read one at the start of October, didn't get round to it. My TBR is kind of going out the window. I don't know when I'm going to... I'm literally covered in cat hair, literally already. I don't know when I'm going to get round to the subscriber submitted books. I will do it. I'm going to be doing it for an entire month, but I don't know when. Sorry, guys. It's purely, I think, going to be when I feel like I'm back on track. And I hope that everyone who submitted books is okay with that and is fine feeling patient. One other thing I wanted to note is I do still have 3 book boxes from Your Paper Quest to give away. So please enter the competition on the Your Paper Quest unboxing video. If you haven't done that, then you're missing out because you could get 2 free books. Also, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to start saying this randomly in the videos. Next up, channel stats. So this week was a decent week on the channel. I think that the video that I put up that was re-ranking Mike's book reviews, top 10 books, was very well liked by my subscribers, and I think a few of his subscribers ended up watching it because he retweeted it. That means that this week I got 1,256 views, which is a very nice week for me. Normally, well, actually no. In the past, I would get around 1,500 views a week, but the last couple of months, my channel has been weirdly performing quite poorly. Ever since I had a burst of subscribers in early September, ever since then, the channel's not performed particularly well, but you know, whoever. We had 134 watch hours this week, which I'm happy about. Always happy when people spend their time, valuable time and energy on watching my stuff. And only 5 subscribers this week. I have actually had more subscribers than that. However, in the Mike's Book Reviews video, I shared a sample, I would say, of my opinions on Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, and I've lost several subscribers based on that. So I hope that from watching my videos it's clear what my opinion is, yeah. Also, I told my wife to unsubscribe from the channel because she was subscribed but she wasn't watching the videos, and that apparently negatively affects your channel. Money Zone, I have started talking about the AdSense income for the channel, and I've now been monetized for an entire month, so I will probably do a video on that. maybe that will come out next week. I have a couple of ideas for videos for next week that I have not filmed yet, so I will let you guys know. Well, you'll know when you see it uploaded. So, what did I make this week? So we made £5.51 from YouTube AdSense, which is a great week for me. If I can make £5 a week every week, I'll be very happy. So big thanks to anyone who spends their time watching my videos. I know I spend a lot of time making them, but if you spend your valuable time watching them, I just want you to know that that's genuinely massively appreciated. Whether you're subscribed or not, any view that you give, any time that you give to my stuff is very validating and very, very much appreciated. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, anyone who watches. And while £5 doesn't sound like an insane amount of money, and you could look at that and go, well, you can't even buy a book for that. I did yesterday on the Day of the Dragon, which was Ryan Carhill and a few other indie authors. They get together and put all their books up for 99p one day a year. I think it's 10th of the 10th. Is that right? No, it was yesterday. Yeah, today's the 11th, so it would have been 10/10. So they do that every single year, and I went out and picked up a lot of books yesterday. So I bought several books from the Echo Saga. I bought several of Michael R. Miller's books, and I bought Darkblade Assassin by Andy Pelequin. I think that I probably, if you think about, I think I bought like 6 or 7 books, but they were all 99p. So that £5.51 that I've made on YouTube AdSense this week has actually covered the cost of a lot of those books and will enable me to read more indie books, I think. I relied a lot on Kindle Unlimited in the past, but I've looked back through my videos for the year, and there were actually several months this year where I didn't read a single book from Kindle Unlimited, but I was still paying Amazon £10 a month for that privilege. While in September I definitely used it, and I read all indie books in September and had a great time. I think that unless you're going to read 2 indie books a month, Kindle Unlimited probably isn't actually that good of a deal, because most indie books are like between 99p and £4, especially if you're looking at like early books in series that I often end up reading. A lot of those are 99p or free. I picked up I can't remember the name of the book, but it's by BSH Garcia. I picked up that book earlier this week, and there was another one that I picked up that had a Jeff Brown cover, and both of those were free. So I do want to support indie books. I'd like to read more of them, and I think that going forward, Kindle Unlimited isn't a huge worthwhile cost for me. Maybe I should do another video about Kindle Unlimited, because Kindle Unlimited is really good, especially if you like comics or you want to try comics out. There's a lot of really good comics on Kindle Unlimited. It's actually shocking how many full series by Tom King are on Kindle Unlimited, and as you guys know, I love Tom King and I'd highly recommend his stuff. So that's a roundabout way of me saying that I'm incredibly grateful for any time that you guys give me, for all the AdSense that YouTube is paying me. I did get, I did have somebody let me know that some of the ad placements that YouTube is doing, because I'm leaving them all on automatic, some of the ad placements are a bit over the top. Somebody mentioned in one of the comments that an hour-long video that I'd put up had like 9 advert breaks in it, and I just want to let you guys know, I'm not putting those ads in. YouTube is I let YouTube decide on ad placement and types of ads and stuff. I don't know. Currently, I don't really have time to go back and try and manually place all my ads. I don't particularly. I was manually placing them for a little while when I was doing the Your Paper Quest ads, because I didn't want to have like your PaperQuest ad, then followed up by a YouTube ad. If the ads are genuinely getting out of control on a video, let me know in the comments and I will go and fix it. In my mind, an ad every like 10 to 15 minutes seems reasonable. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see those ads and I don't really know what other booktubers are doing, because I've not seen an ad on YouTube since the day YouTube Premium launched. I subscribed and I've never unsubscribed, because I like YouTube, but also the screen off listening 100%. If you like booktube videos, I know a lot of booktube videos can kind of be watched as a podcast, and that's basically how I use booktube. Is I often will sit and just listen to the videos, which is why you might see I don't usually put a huge amount of effort into the visual presentation of my videos, apart from I have now switched to filming in 4K, so that it will look better on TVs and stuff, if there are those of you who are watching my videos on TVs, which is fun. Tell me how you watch my videos in the comments down below. I'd be genuinely interested. So this week on the channel, after a very long diversion to talk about The Money Zone, we had the Dandelion Audit review. I really enjoyed Dandelion Audit. As I said in the review, I do think I got more out of Soul Fraud. However, in the end, the Dandelion Audit is still very good. And Star Summit, which is the next book in the series, my review for that will be out on Monday. So if you are invested in the deck collection and you have been watching my reviews, then there's another one coming up on Monday. After that, I have been putting together over the last couple of months a Wheel of Time video, which I'm hoping to launch next week. I have asked a few other booktubers to contribute to it, and now I've got everyone who said they were going to send something in has sent something in, and I'm going to put together that with my own thoughts and commentary and stuff like that, and then that will go up hopefully next week. Might end up being the week after. I actually haven't got Matt's video yet, which is very funny because obviously I speak to Matt all the time, but I haven't got Matt's video yet, but I'm hoping to get that soon. I was thinking about doing another episode of BookTubers Top 10s Re-Ranked. So I really enjoyed making the Mike's Book Reviews video this week, and I thought that I might go and do another booktuber. I actually was thinking, because I saw Andrew Watson had put up his top 10 books not that long ago, so I thought it might be fun to do Andrew's top 10 videos re-ranked. Top 10 videos, top 10 books re-ranked. So if you'd like to see that, then please, again, let me know in the comments. If the one thing I would say as well is, if there are any booktubers, especially like smaller booktubers that I might not subscribe to, or you are a booktuber and you've put up a top 10 list that you would like me to do a reaction and re-rank to, then please let me know in the comments. I really enjoyed doing the Mike's Book Reviews video. So if that's something that you guys also enjoyed, and I think you did, seeing as I think it was the most viewed video I've had in the last month. So if you enjoyed that, then please do let me know, and I will start making those. I will start pulling together a list of people I want to react to. Obviously, I want to do my friends and my friends' channels like Hardy's Books and Mare's channel, which is Lady Mare Reads. If you don't subscribe, you should. But I want to spread them out, because I don't want to just do like how I'm going to react to all my friends' videos and then like, you know. And I think that Laura and Ross have actually done separate top 10 videos, so that'll be really fun to do those. Maybe I will do a top 10 when people start releasing their top 10s for 2024. I'm tempted to do reactions and reviews and re-ranks and stuff for those as well. So that's everything. Those are the 3 big content pieces I'll be making next week. We will, of course, have a Wandering In video. And on top of that, there will be the Friday show every single Friday where I talk about what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm playing, etc, etc. On the topic of playing, I talked a little while ago about how I was obsessively playing Balatro, which has just released on phones. Balatro is still my favourite game of this year. I've played it for, God, like at least 50 or 60 hours. It is one of my favourite games of all time now. I think I'd probably comfortably place that in the top 10 all-time games for me. I have started playing a new game, which is called Metaphor ReFantazio, which is a massive fantasy RPG just released today, actually. I've been playing the free preview version that has released, where you can play, like, I think some people have been saying it's like the first 3 to 6 hours, depending on how quickly you play. And it covers the entire prologue for the game. So my rule was that I've got too many games to just purchase Metaphor outright without making sure that I love it. But I have really enjoyed what I've played. And once I finish the demo, I'm going to decide whether I want to buy it and carry on with that story or not. There are some... it's not horribly expensive on PC. I think I saw a copy floating around for 50 quid, which sounds like a lot. It's 10 times as much as I made in YouTube AdSense this week. However, I very, very, very rarely buy games, especially new games. So I think I can swing this one. And maybe it will stop me from obsessively watching iPhone videos, which is a very dumb thing to have spent a lot of time doing this month. Anyway, so yeah, and also it's a fantasy game, so you know this is a channel about fantasy and science fiction, so I will probably talk about that as well in future if I enjoy playing it. So could be content. It could be content. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and as I said before, I've asked you guys to comment on a lot of stuff during this video. Please do all of those. If you've got to the end of the video, maybe you could comment the cowboy hat emoji. I always think that's my favorite emoji, or something dumb like that. And like the video if you liked it, and if you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to be a part of the community. Every little subscription is genuinely a massive it's just a massive mood uplift for me to see subscribers coming in. So if you'd like to join the community, we'd love to have you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will speak to you on Monday. Goodbye.